Well, good evening, boys and girls. What a beautiful day it's been. So that's why we're a little bit late, I'm afraid. I have been making the most of the extra vitamin D on offer. So I spent most of the day out on Il Patiolo. And it's been lovely. I was going to go in Le Jardin de Backyard, but the dog decided no, that was her prerogative, and she was going to go in the Jardin, where she spent most of the time running up and barking at absolutely nothing. Quite funny, but then got a bit annoying. Occasionally she was joined by the cat. That caused a few little hiccups because she tried to chase the cat, and the cat was a little bit quicker than she was. So she'd get to the top of the garden and be like, oh, no, I meant to do that. I meant to let him go. But Mother and I have been out on Il Patiolo. Yes, we've been vigorously getting the paint off the last few little bits and pieces that need to be painted, like the cot and the side tables that go in the bedroom. The cot's still a work in progress, I'm afraid. Yes, it needs a bit more paint to come off, so I've had to actually resort to the heat gun. That was a blast from the past. Yes, the old heat gun, because the sanders were not working to the best of their ability, shall we say. We've got one that sort of does, and that's about all it does. It doesn't really do a lot. Gets a little bit of stuff off, but not a lot. And the other one, well, it's lost its ability to keep hold of the sandpaper. It doesn't stick to it anymore. So you spend most of the time chasing the sandpaper around whatever it is you're sanding. So that's like, oh no, can't do that anymore. So the sanders are going. That's going to be a little job for us tonight after we've been out. Yes, might have to have a surf on the web and look for a new sander. Oh, yes, I mentioned we were going out, didn't I? Yes, me and Mother are going to the theatre in Los Lounjos. Yes. I'm not quite sure what we're going to watch yet. We watched Joseph last night. That was very nice. We had a little sing-song, but I couldn't quite get the speakers loud enough, so it was a little quiet sing-song last night. Next week's Jesus Christ Superstar, so I'm gonna make sure I've got the old speakers working properly, so because that requires a little bit more of a belt out of the numbers. I do feel for my poor neighbours though. In my head, oh, I can sound like anybody from Kiri to Kanawa to Adele, from Pink to Cher. I sound like anybody in my head when I sing along to things. In reality, I actually sound more like Oscar when somebody stood on his tail. So, the neighbours are going to be in for a bit of a shock next week. I might try and find some of the older ear defenders or something like that for them before the weekend, so they don't have to really listen to my singing. There again, I might not. I might just give them a shock. You never know, I might be in tune for once. Anyhow, those of you who are looking, who have been with me for a while, will have noticed that we are actually broadcasting from Playa del Bedroom again tonight. Yes, and there's the Oscar in the window. And as I've scoped round, I'm sure most of you will have noticed, we have a new addition. Yes, last night, unbeknown to me, the curtains turned up. Bless them. I'm not quite sure how they got through in the lockdown, but they turned up. Apparently they have been self-isolating in Playa de Bedroom de Box Room, which isn't far from here, just round the corner really. Yes, and they've been there for the last couple of weeks. So yes, we thought it might be safe to put them up, so I put them up and then went to wash my hands just to be on the safe side. So so it's all very exciting now. We've got nice new curtains. So we just need Mr. Virus to disappear so we can get all the rest of the new stuff. That would be very nice. Anyway, tonight really should be party night because, well, technically we've managed a whole 2 weeks, peeps. We're just about to start week 3. I mean, technically tomorrow night is the end of week 2, but, we can't really party tomorrow night because we've all got to go to work on Monday. Well, some of us have. So I'm thinking that, next week we'll have actually done a quarter of our 12-week stint. So I'm thinking we need a really good party night. So as we've now got Thursday as the clap night, I'm thinking Saturdays should be retro party night. What do you think? I think it's a good idea. And what we should do is we should all go down to our Los Lounjoses, move all the furniture away to the sides of the room. It's got a nice little dance floor in the middle. And whatever tune player you possess, whether it's MP3, CD, tape, USB, DAB, Uncle Tom Cobley and all, you get your little tune player out and you put on some tunes and you have a dance. Now, me being an 80s girl, well, of course, it's going to be all sort of, Duran Duran to ABBA, Spandau Ballet to Shakin' Stevens, Bon Jovi to the Goombay Dance Band. Yes, the Goombay Dance Band were actually a group in the 80s. Look it up if you don't believe me. And I thought we could have a good old school disco night. Get your handbag out, chuck it in the middle, have a dance round, grab the kids, get them to join in, embarrass the buggers. I was going to do it tonight, but Mother wasn't feeling too good. The cat just absolutely flatly refused, and the dog cried off because she says she's got a sore paw. I don't believe her in the slightest, but she says she'll do it next week, but she's not doing it this week. So instead, Mother and I are going to the theatre. And actually, on that note, I think I better go because I'm running late. So I hope you all have an absolutely fabulous evening. Let me know your thoughts on having a party night next week, and I might see you tomorrow. Ta-ra!